Raving Winds Around Her Blowing by Robert Burns. I composed these verses on Miss Isabella MacLeod of Raza, alluding to her feelings on the death of her sister and the still more melancholy death of her sister's husband, the late Earl of Loudon, who shot himself out of sheer heartbreak at some mortifications he suffered owing to the deranged state of his finances. Raving winds around her blowing, yellow leaves the woodlands strowing, by a river hoarsely roaring, Isabella strayed deploring. Farewell hours that late did measure, sunshine days of joy and pleasure. Hail thou gloomy night of sorrow, cheerless night that knows no morrow. O'er the past too fondly wandering, on the hopeless future pondering, chilly grief my lifeblood freezes, fell despair my fancy seizes. Life, thou soul of every blessing, load to misery most distressing, oh, how gladly I'd resign thee, and to dark oblivion join thee. Look at the O's in this song. It was written to a tune from Highland Vocal Airs, a book which Burns had recently acquired, Patrick MacDonald's Highland Vocal Airs. He was quite inspired by the tunes in this book. This tune is called Lamentation for McGrigor of Ruaro. Ruaro. Sorrow, morrow, roaring. All these sounds, these big O sounds that all play into the word oblivion at the end, that last quatrain. Life, thou soul of every blessing, load to misery most distressing, oh, how gladly I'd resign thee, and to dark oblivion join thee. Join was pronounced jine in Scots, and Burns loved his perfect rhymes. I'm always a bit self-conscious if I was to sing jine, but he was a fan of the perfect rhyme. Isabella MacLeod was one of his first friends in Edinburgh. He refers to this song in a August 16, 1788 letter to Francis Dunlop. This is so funny to me. I agree with him that this is one of his most magnificent songs, but it's the sort of song that as T.S. Eliot says, humankind cannot bear very much reality. If you don't like strong feeling, you're going to turn away from this piece. Burns wrote, I was yesterday at Mr. Miller's to dinner for the first time since I have been his tenant. In the course of conversation, Johnson's Musical Museum, a collection of Scots songs with the music, was talked of. We got a song on the harpsichord beginning, Raving winds around her blowing. The air, the tune, was much admired. The lady of the house asked me whose were the words. Mine, madam. They are my very best verses. Sacre Dieu. Sacre Dieu, she took not the smallest notice of them. The old Scots proverb says well, king's chaff is better than ither folk's corn. I was going to make a New Testament quotation about casting pearls, but that would be too virulent. Anyway, Burns himself had been in a suicidal state a few years before, which all plays into this outpouring of redemptive empathy.